nerdsreviews.com presents Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us, we'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Marie, Laura, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. Thanks for tuning in. It's Friday. It's the day that Slim Shady dies. So if you're a music fan, Eminem's album comes out today, and the death of Slim Shady is out at your local. Well, I don't know if they put out physical albums anymore. Maybe just, you can only stream it or you can buy it digitally, I think. That's it.
What about records?
No vinyls yet, and I don't know if you'll be able to go to a Target and grab a CD. I mean, there are no more CD stores.
I guarantee they can.
Yeah.
My mom still buys CDs.
Okay, no, I understand that, but they don't necessarily put CDs out right away for particular artists, is what I'm saying.
Google
They'll
it.
put them out like, okay, Google it. And I know Best Buy removed all CDs. You can't buy them at Best Buy anymore. I think the only place you can really buy CDs is Walmart and Target, and maybe an offshoot record store, which you can maybe find in your city.
Oh, the Cave? Isn't there a place called the Cave?
I guess
Specialty shops.
I'm pretty sure there's a place called the Cave. I just want to throw it out there. I just
Well,
don't
it's
know
kind of
what
like
it is.
it's kind of like a Dimple Records.
Never heard of it. I know Amoeba Records. That's really popular in LA. I know that. But nope, I don't know the Cave. But anyway, so there you go. Out today, the death of Slim Shady. If you're into movies, Fly Me to the Moon comes out today, starring Channing Tatum and I forgot who else is in that movie.
Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think it's
Yes,
Scarlett Johansson.
It is Scarlett.
It's about the fake moon landing and how they basically film it just in case they really didn't land on the moon. So there's that. Called Fly Me to the Moon. Also in theaters today, Long Legs, starring Nicolas Cage, and it's basically Silence of the Lambs, but a lot more violent, supposedly, and it's like gotten 100% on Rotten Tomato. People are saying it's the best horror movie they've seen in a long time. Called Long
Doesn't he
Legs.
play the murderer in that one?
He plays the serial killer.
Is it a
Yes.
horror or a thriller?
It's a good question.
Well, Silence of the Lambs is considered a horror movie, which I don't believe it
Really?
is.
No, it's
thriller.
a thriller. Yeah.
It's a thriller, but they consider it a horror movie. They consider this a horror movie, but it's the same vein of Silence of the Lambs. You're trying to find a serial killer. So, yeah, I'll check it out. I'm interested. I like those type of movies. I like the, who done it and what's the reasoning behind it. And
I love Silence of the Lambs. That's one of my top 10 movies probably of all time.
And part 2's way better, huh? I'm just messing with you.
No.
Jeez. Did you watch the Hannibal TV show?
No.
No, pretty good.
I tried to watch a few episodes of it and it was not my jam.
It's not like, yeah, it was like a reverse Dexter.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is not a good thing. Yeah. Yeah, it's not a
And
good thing.
the books are freaking the 2 books are freaking fantastic. The 3rd book, Hannibal, was fucking terrible. Maybe that's why I never watched it. Because I was like, oh, it's named after the 3rd book, which is objectively the absolute worst one in the trilogy.
Wait, did you watch Hannibal, the movie, when he's younger?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you did. No good. Did you watch the
He's not
remake?
younger in that one. It's the one where him and Clarice get it on. It's fucking awful.
Wait.
Yeah.
Oh,
Huh?
oh no, wait. I'm
Yeah.
thinking of what was
Red
the one that
Dragon?
was
No.
Red Dragon was the
What
they
Red
remade-
Dragon
they
is
remade
the
Red Dragon.
Yeah, Red Dragon is the prequel.
I do like
Yes.
that one.
The one with Ed Norton.
Oh, I
which
love
is
Edward
great.
Norton.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which is
Yeah.
a remake of a movie from the late 80s or early 90s or something.
It was that remake that they did. They made it after Silence of the Lambs because Silence of
Yes.
the Lambs was so
Yes.
popular, and it
Exactly.
tanked because it was a shit movie.
Hannibal,
but they're-
right? That's what you're talking about?
No,
No, the original
Others.
Red Dragon.
Okay.
Original Red
the
Dragon.
books were published. Red Dragon, Silence of the Lambs, Hannibal. The
Okay.
Yes.
movies in popularity went Silence of the Lambs, Red Dragon, the first one, which fucking sucked. Or maybe it was the other way. Maybe the other
No,
Red
Hannibal
Dragon was
came out
first.
second, but it was the second movie, and that one was the one that was garbage. And Red Dragon came out third, and it was the prequel.
It was. It came out third. You're
That
correct.
was-
Actually, it came
oh.
out. Actually, I think it actually came out fourth because you remember there's always Silence of the Lambs Part 2.
Oh.
Yes, yes.
He's dicking around.
Basically,
Is he?
Silence of the Lambs came out in 1991.
Okay.
Okay, and then you had it doesn't even tell me about number 2. Wow. Red Dragon came out in 2002. That's the remake.
Okay.
Hannibal Rising was the one, I think, about his younger self, or is that the third one?
Oh man,
Han-
we are all fucked up.
The second
Manhunter was actually Red Dragon, but that's the original movie from 1986.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Yes. That's just Red Dragon. Yes. Yeah. Oh, here we go. I got it for you right here. What is the order of the movies? Well, these are the ways they say in the order to watch these movies. It says to watch Hannibal first, then Silence of the Lambs. Well, that doesn't make sense.
Huh?
Actually says watch Hannibal Rising first. I mean, that's when he's young.
Okay.
Then watch Red Dragon. Then
Okay.
watch Silence of the Lambs, and
Yes.
then watch Hannibal, which is the
Yes.
sequel, where here Clarice and Hannibal, like you said, hook up or whatever.
That's
Yeah.
the chronology of the story.
Yes.
But then
yes.
in release wise,
Red Dragon came out third, and Hannibal Rising actually came out fourth.
Did you say Clarice and Hannibal hook up?
yes.
Is pre Silence of the Lambs?
No.
Post.
This is part 2. This is part 2
Post.
in
Oh.
Hannibal,
just Hannibal
starring
With
Julianne
people-
Moore.
Old
with-
people
Julianne.
banging?
with Ray Liotta, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
He's the one that
yes,
gets
yes.
lobotomized. Yeah.
Correcto.
That's
Anyway,
as far in that movie as I get, and I'm like, nope.
Well, that's towards the end when he gets lobotomized.
That's where he eats part of his brain,
but-
right? He
I
takes
thought
the
he
cap
cut off his
off.
face.
No, that's another guy. That's
No, no.
earlier.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. Well, I didn't make it that far then.
But yeah, so at the end of Hannibal, the book, I don't remember if they ended the movie like this, but in the end of the book, Hannibal, they have that showdown at the dinner table where he eats the guy's brain, and then he overpowers Clarice, drugs her, and then
Yep.
like keeps
Yep.
her as his girlfriend, because she basically keeps her on like sedatives or I don't know, whatever, some sort of medicine to keep her docile.
So he
For
doesn't.
years-
It's not a consensual hookup. It's
No,
rape.
eventually it becomes that. Though, really, yeah, it isn't. I agree.
That's called
There's,
Stockholm
like-
syndrome.
Yeah, exactly. But in the end, she's just like, it's all right.
yeah,
It's-
that's it.
Yeah, that's what
Just
I
go
want
with
to
it.
see that happens to my childhood hero of Clarice Starling. That's really what I want to
Well,
see.
that's your childhood hero. Wow.
Was one of them. Yeah, I told you I love
Wow.
badass bitches. I wanted to be in the
Wow.
FBI for a long time.
Yeah, I want to be an archaeologist. So, childhood
Who
heroes.
doesn't? I did too
Mhm.
after Jurassic Park.
Right. Oh, I was thinking
Indiana
Indiana Jones.
Jones.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
that
And
too.
Tomb Raider.
Mm.
Mainly Tomb Raider because,
You
movies.
just wanted to get
He
close
wanted to have
boobies,
big
yeah.
boobs.
Good old
I mean,
Angelina.
very
Wait.
own.
Would you guys be? You asked me this once. Would I be a guy if I could? Would you guys ever consider being a girl for a day and just to be like, hey, how's it going
Oh,
down
for
there?
a day? Yeah. If anybody says no, they're either
But you
an
are a
idiot or
girl.
lying. No, I want to be a
No,
guy for a day.
I want to be a guy for a long time.
No, just for a day would be fine.
No, I'm okay.
What was your
Thanks.
name again? Marie?
don't-
Mario. Mario.
You wouldn't even be a girl for a day?
Why would you
Um,
want to be a
I'll just sleep all day. Yeah, why not?
I'd never leave the
Look at that.
house.
You
boy.
would never- you wouldn't even-
I'd never
Oh
leave
my
the
God,
house.
you guys
You know
are
why?
missing
I'll
out.
tell
You
you
guys
why.
are
No, I'll
fucking
tell you
missing
why.
out.
I'll tell you why. Because then I'd have to drive, and that's dangerous to my life.
Oh, no, you don't. No, you don't.
Yeah,
You
Laura
don't
got
have
it.
to drive. It was funny, but also you don't have to
Ah.
drive.
Anyway, yeah, there you go. There you go. All right. Anyway, so the
I'd
movies
start
come
an,
out.
I start an OnlyFans right away.
Like right away for a day, right?
Right
Just
away
like
for a day.
Make
no,
all
not
your
even that.
money and then
No,
just
no,
retire as a guy.
literally make a ton of videos, like a
Ton
ton
of
all
videos,
day.
ton of photos, just
Don't
enough to
stop
last.
for
Yeah.
24 hours. You can make like you end up making like 200 videos and take pictures of your feet all day, and you're just like, okay. The next day you wake up as a dude, like I'm setting this shit up. Here we go, do, do, do. And then I like, yeah, you know what? Great idea. Let's just use women, sexualize them. Wow, wow.
Thank you, Lafayette. I feel like I'm getting to you. Finally, I
Oh no,
feel
I think
like
I know,
I've gotten somewhere.
I think Carlos has a great idea. What?
But the fact that you even called it out means
Great
I've
idea.
reached you somewhere deep in there.
Yes, that.
That's like the
Yes.
possessed guy in the movie. And you're like, I know you're in there. You're good.
I know,
You're good."
exactly. I look in the mirror. Come on out. And all I hear back is, "I'll never leave you." Like, oh damn it. Okay, fair enough. that's it. I give up. Oh, fantastic. All right. Well, also, good little story for you. I was at a Target for work purposes, and I was asked somebody to do something for me, and she was like, "Yeah, how do you want me to address you?" And I didn't know what she meant, and then she actually meant pronouns.
Sir? Oh God.
Yeah, and I was like, "What do you mean?" Well, what are your pronouns? I was like, just print some stickers for me. What? And I was like, dude. She's like, dude. Well, I don't know, guy. She was so like wanted her answer only, whatever
What
her answer she was
state
looking
was
for.
this?
California.
In
And then I
Sacramento
thought,
or in LA?
all I thought to myself is, they do exist. There's people that actually ask these things. I came across anybody that asked these questions.
Where was
And it
it?
just seems such a dumb. Yeah, was
Someone
it
asked me
Sacramento
that.
or LA?
It was Sacramento. Yeah.
Oh wow.
Someone asked me recently, how do I address you? And then I was like,
Sir,
yeah, just call me Carlos. Everyone else does.
hot bod.
And that was
I
it.
would say next time, Chief or Commander. What? I want to go by
I want
those
to
two
be. I
things.
would like to be addressed as Supreme Allied Commander of the Allied
Yeah, exactly.
Expeditionary Forces. That
Wow,
is what I
that's
would
a
prefer.
mouthful. Just
I used
yeah.
Allied twice. That's how I,
I
want
know.
people to direct.
And if they get one
directed.
thing wrong, you yell at them.
Yeah.
No, I'm offended. It was very interesting. And then when I was at the airport and I was in line, you get in line to get on your plane. I was number B-15, and these two guys approached me and they're like, "Hey, are you B-15?" I get, "Oh, we're right behind you, but they make the line so narrow, we're gonna stand off to the side." And I was like, "I know, right? They make it like we should all go to the gym and be fit. We're wearing backpacks and we can't all stand behind each other." And they kind of started laughing. This woman gave me a look like, you just offended these two men because they were together. And I was like,
What does that have to do
and
with
she-
anything?
I think the whole comment, everybody should be fit. And I think she literally looked at me and was like, that's offensive type of thing. And I was like, okay.
Was she
like-
fat? I thought it was.
No, she was also fit. She was also, but she literally
Were
burned a
they
hole in my
fat?
soul. Oh no. They were in great shape. Matter of fact, one guy had a pirate mustache, and I said, "Man, your mustache kicks ass." He was like, "Thanks, man." Well, he didn't. Well, he had.
I
a
don't
little
know
bit
why this woman
yeah.
is offended.
I-
That's very
I-
strange.
Well, I think it's strange that people are offended on other people's behalf when other people don't care. That's the thing that I think is strange about things like that. You know
I
what
kind
I
of
mean?
get
Like
it.
that's.
I get it, though. No, I do, because
Go ahead,
like,
break it down. Break it down.
okay. So, how do I explain this? So, if I see someone doing
wait, you said you get it.
something- No, I have to explain. I have to think about how I'm going to explain
Got it.
it so that
Okay.
I will make it confusing.
This is why I don't want to be a woman for a day. Things take too long. Go ahead.
Oh my god.
We just, guys are like, just get to the point. But go ahead. I want
I
you to
don't know
explain it to me.
how. I'm trying to think. I'm
Oh, see?
confused.
You see?
I know.
I'm trying
I
to
have to
think.
write it
I'm
down.
confused.
I have to write it down and think it out. I'm not that
Come
smart.
back. We'll
You
come
want a
back to
whiteboard and an
Yeah.
abacus and maybe a
Chat
protractor?
GPT. What do you want?
What is that thing that little
compass?
kids write on with the red screen and then they shake it out? That's what I need.
That just
Etch a
Etch a
sketch.
sketch.
Yes, please.
Your brain is an etch a sketch every time you shake your head.
It's just every time I look at you, I just lose my train of thought.
I
Wow.
understand. I understand. That's what happened with that woman at the airport. She was so mesmerized that she had to get pissed at something. It all makes sense.
No, you're right. The people that get
Makes sense.
offended 4 other people is just ridiculous.
No, okay, I get it. Okay, here we go. Okay, so if someone else is doing something that is maybe hurting everyone else, like Candace Owens, like she hurts an entire population of people and a second entire population of women too. She hurts Black people and she hurts women. So I do get offended by her.
I don't
And
even know who that is.
Who is that?
you guys don't know who that is?
Candace Owen. No.
Candace Owens. She is. Do you know who Ben Shapiro is?
Yes.
Okay, so she's on his network. I forget what it's called. And she's a Black woman. And so when George Floyd died, she was very adamant and outspoken about Black people don't experience all the same thing. All this stuff that Black people are saying is just a lie. That's not true because I didn't experience it. And so Black people, like I can't really speak for all of Black people, but I don't think
you
they like
should
her
right
very
now.
much.
Oh, okay.
I said I
was
don't
hoping you could
think
do it.
they like her very much.
She's
And
basically a Karen. She's a white Karen, but she's Black.
But she's Black.
What?
Yeah. She's literally complains about everything Black. And Blacks need to stop
It's
complaining.
like, she's friends with Kanye West, and when he was wearing that White Lives Matter shirt, there's a picture of the two of them wearing White Lives Matter shirts, and it's really
Let's put it this way:
embarrassing.
she's like the most ultra conservative white person you'll ever meet, but she's Black.
But are you offended for other people, or are you just offended by her ideology? Like that's
I am offended because she's hurting the whole progressive movement. It's like, even though it's like she's talking about like,
but you're
Black
being
politics,
offended for you, right? If
I'm being offended for everyone. Because it's
See,
hurting
I'm
us
like
all.
you too.
It's hurting us
same.
all.
What
Just in
anytime-
terms of progression. So yes, I'm including that, even though I'm not
okay.
Black, but I'm talking about just progressive movements in general. So I am offended for other people as well as myself. So I guess you're kind of right. I am a little bit offended for myself, but I'm like, shut up, bitch. Shut up, bitch.
I'm still trying to figure out
out.
what Lafayette said that was offensive.
Well, no, I'm waiting for Marie to answer that. She
What?
said
Oh.
she understood it.
Wait,
The
what?
airport thing.
Trying to
No,
figure
I
out
didn't say I
what
understood
Lafayette
that.
said that was
I didn't say I
offensive.
understood that. I
You
don't know her.
did say you understood the airport.
No, I said I
thing.
understand why people get offended for other people.
Oh, got it. I don't understand that either, though. I understand people like maybe raising an eyebrow and going, "Oh, okay," and kind of. But this lady was like literally wanted to say something, and she just didn't because the two
Like,
gay
what was
fellas
she
were like,
upset though? That's what I don't
what?
get.
Maybe it was a
think
testosterone.
You said these two guys were together, right?
They were
Or
together.
they look like together, right?
I think she was almost offended by. Oh, I see. I took it as she was almost offended by some type of fat shaming in a sense.
That's what I thought.
Yeah. That's the first thing I thought because I
Yeah.
think she took it as well. Not all gay guys are in shape or this. You know what I mean?
But
Almost
clearly
like in
they
that
were,
regard.
right?
They were. Oh
They
yeah,
were.
yeah. They were both in shape and
Yeah,
you know,
that
and-
probably would have been more offensive if they went, "Are you B15?" I'm like, "Oh
Maybe
yeah, what are
she
you guys?"
used to be fat.
Oh, should be like, "Hey fellas, just get on behind me and give them a wink." Then that
Maybe
probably
she's
would
a
have been
trans
offensive.
lady.
she wasn't trans. She wasn't trans. She was too hot.
Maybe
Throw that out. there.
You don't know what you're talking about. You do some of the hottest women on earth are trans.
What? No,
I'm gonna have to disagree with
those-
that.
yeah,
but
those don't-
let's-
those
let's
don't
You
move
don't
equate.
on.
even know. You don't even know.
You're
I
right.
could be a
I don't.
trans woman for a day. That just means cross dressing. Yeah.
No,
and
You
just
have to get
changing
your
how
surgery.
you want to be addressed for the day. And
Oh,
when
Karate
people
Joe.
ask that,
Yeah.
you would just say she, her. And then
She, her.
there you go. Now you know what it's like to be a woman. By changing your pronouns and deciding that you are something, you
If
now
I
know
was a
exactly
woman
what
for
it's
a
like.
day,
Sharon.
because
If
now
I was a
you're
woman for a
nothing.
day and someone said, yeah, good point. If I was a woman for a day and someone said, what are your pronouns? I'd be like, dynamite tits. And then that's it. Move on. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Oh my god.
Just as long as it's not in a work setting, I think you're good.
But then no, because then, if they feel offended and I'll have to complain or there's always a way to complain. There's always a way to complain about something nowadays. So, that's just how it goes. But,
Sugar tits.
yeah, sugar tits. Yeah, that one works too. Yeah. But anyway, but that's what happened. I just thought it was funny. Pronouns, because I've never had that approached. It was just super random that someone would say that to me. I'm like, and then
I
like,
was
how would you-
offended. I'm like, isn't it obvious? Like it should be obvious, which I want to appear as. At least I hope it's obvious. Maybe I do look like a trans
Yeah.
man, but it looks like I'm at least trying to be a woman, right?
it's not even just that. It was just the fact that we're probably gonna have a 20-second interaction. That's it. Like
Yeah.
it's pretty much over
It's
after
so
that.
later when they can talk to somebody else about you.
Possibly.
That is when you would use a pronoun.
Yeah. Oh,
Maybe
I
they
asked-
wanted you to ask them what their pronouns were.
Oh.
No,
Yeah.
I was not going to do that. No, I mean it was clearly. I mean this was a young female. She wasn't like,
You don't know that.
Oh no, I know. And she
You
wasn't
don't
like,
know anything.
I do. See, the
don't.
problem is, here's the problem. This is a problem. The media's created this narrative now where you just don't know. Everyone's trans until you know. It's like, what?
Yep.
It's like stop. Just stop. No.
When it's 0.02% of the
exactly
population.
right. Exactly right.
It's
not-
actually
give me a number.
2%.
Give me a number. 2%.
actually
2% of the 1%.
Yeah,
no
2% of
2%
what?
of 100%.
Okay, that's what I want you.
I don't
That's what I
think
want you
so.
to do, Maria.
I don't
It
think
is. I just
No, no,
googled
no,
it not
okay,
too
listen.
long ago.
Okay, Google it right now. I want you to Google it right now. But only
Right now.
put trans in America, like transcontinental, transatlantic railroad.
What are we talking
also
about? Railroads?
my mouth.
Yeah, we are.
Intersex. What also about intersex?
I'll take that for
Intersex
150.
is not the same. And I will
Can I
fight
get Baltic?
you on that.
Can I get
will
Baltic Road?
fight you on intersex is not trans.
Okay, let's. How do you say?
Wait,
this?
no.
Percentage of trans people in America. Of trans people.
Funny, they
in
don't have a quick
America.
question.
Okay, hold on.
According to the Pew Research Center of
Star Wars research.
2022, 5% of young adults in the U.S. say their gender is different. So yeah, that kind of thing.
1.6 of U.S. adults are transgender, non-binary. That's the same thing that you were reading.
Not the same. Those aren't the same. Non-binary and
Nope.
transgender are not the same. Not the same. Non-binary is just an incel person that has no friends and go kick rocks, Jack. I'm sorry for any
Okay.
non-binaries out there.
Okay, but what about the 5% of young adults? That's kind of a big number.
Exactly. So 5% of a smaller subset of the population.
I guarantee that other trans people probably just don't come out and talk about their transness because they're still scared because they're more old school.
Well, no. Wait. Before I go to that is not a valid argument because you can't say that transgendered are so common because they don't identify themselves.
No, they do. They just don't talk about it in public because they're scared.
You
They-
know what? I get your point. It's like how we don't see midgets in public. We know there's more of them.
Oh my God.
They live in trees.
Okay,
and they're
I don't
making
wanna go
cookies.
to Sun Splash
where they're
anymore.
all at. Where are these midgets at? I swear, I told my friend, why don't we see more midgets? We know there's thousands of them out there. Do they hide during the day
I saw
underground?
the dwarf at the water park last weekend.
You did see a midget?
It was I think it's dwarf. Isn't that what you say?
Come on, Lafayette. We
No,
need
I
to go to
say
Sun
midget. I
Splash.
prefer
That's where
midget.
they're hanging out. We should
Come
go.
on.
Apparently.
I'm just
You
gonna
know
go
you've
with
seen him. You just don't
I'm-
pay attention to him. It's the tall dude in the trench coat. It's
There's
there's
three
two
of
of
them in
them.
there.
I always
There's three of
wonder,
them in
where
there.
are the damn midgets during the day? It's so funny because I tell
They're
my
afraid of
friend
the
Jose,
sun.
if you ever see a midget, take a picture. And he would send me pictures like every fourth month. I see one. And he'd take a picture of one at a Target or Walmart. He'd send it
Okay,
to me.
I'm not gonna lie. Some deep part of my brain remembered that when I saw this little person at the water
Yeah.
park, and I was like, I should take a picture for Lafayette. And then I was like,
Uh-huh.
Laura,
I sent a picture of
Don't-
Lafayette.
I'm like,
Yeah.
that
No,
was what
people-
it was. It was on the
Yeah.
text train, wasn't it? That was where somehow I got
That's right.
the idea.
Gotta-
I should
anytime
take a
you see-
picture, and then immediately I wanted
Yeah.
to smack myself. Like that's such a shit thing to even.
It
Thanks,
is, but
Laura.
if you ever see a vertically impaired individual, send me a picture.
See, I think it's okay to think these things, but just be like, okay, they might hurt other people if other people get the wrong idea. Like someone could interpret that the wrong way. But we know what we know what the
Wait,
truth
interpret
is,
midgets
and
or
we
trans?
anything that's politically incorrect that is technically
Okay,
funny
so trans,
and
not midgets.
shit,
Whoa,
I
you think
shouldn't
it's
be laughing
funny? You
at
think
this
trans
and,
are funny? Oh my god, trans are not funny. They're hilarious.
No, I
We've
haven't,
kind of
haven't heard
lost
of,
the thread of the
haven't heard of-
conversation here.
I
I haven't
know.
heard a funny
Just
trans
makes-
comic ever.
But you don't know they're trans. That's what he's trying to get at. You don't know who's who.
I
Basically,
can't
they're all
even
like
think of a
Spider
But
Man.
I'm just
Comment.
saying, so you can't argue it that it's a huge percent of the population.
it's a bigger population. It's a bigger percentage than you guys might think. And I'm not
Okay,
including Laura
okay.
in this. I'm
So-
just
Okay,
including
hold on.
Lafayette and Carlos.
What I'm
Let me
trying
go
to-
back
but-
to the
You're right.
stats. Let me go back to the stats.
Yeah.
UCLA Law School says that all adults 18 plus in the United States that identify as transgender 0.52%.
So what are these
Well,
different studies
I was
doing?
considerably long on that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Why is UCLA correct and Pew Research is also correct?
Because
like,
it
which one do
costs
we believe?
Because it costs like $200,000 a semester to go to UCLA, so it must be correct. That's why. You know how hard it is to get into UCLA.
Okay, I've got to dig into this, but
Yeah,
so
dig in.
the Pew 5% of young adults, not 5% of the total population. They are two different numbers. That's not how percentages work. It's a smaller.
And what's considered a young adult? Like, what's the age range?
I would imagine it would be 18.
I would think like 15
under
to 25.
18.
So somebody Google what is young adult age.
And that's all going to be different too.
According to this study, that's we're way off. 18 to 29.
I figured that'd be young adult. Yeah, 18 to 20. Yeah, it's not younger than 18. Because you're an adult at 18.
18 to 25 though. I mean, if you're not an adult after 25, you're just
they can make the rules. They get to do whatever they want.
Young adults. That's what it says. Young adults, and then totally all adults 1.6. This is as of 2022.
Yes.
I wish trans would identify themselves a little more. I want to hear "roll out" more often when I'm around them.
Does anybody else think it's interesting?
Of course.
Can we publish this episode? I'm not
Hell
sure.
yeah, we're publishing this episode. The Death of Slim Shady comes out today by Eminem.
Do me a favor on this one, Carlos. Please don't upload this one to YouTube. I'm just gonna go out and say it, please. That's a genuine request.
I don't think you're bad, Laura. I think you're
going up.
I think
it's actually
you were being
live
legit
right now.
and asking
You
the
know
right
what?
questions and not being an asshole about it like other people.
Yeah, that's right, Marie.
Well, let me ask you something. This is one of my hot takes, and as long as we have like a progressive person on the the call, I feel like I want to.
Are you talking about me?
Yeah.
Wow.
You're not progressive.
What a compliment.
No.
No, I'm not even close. I'm ultra
Shut
conservative.
up. No one's talking to you.
Jesus is my daddy.
I don't identify myself in any way, but certainly not in that direction. But what was I gonna say? Shit. The thing that I wanted to ask you about. So,
I don't know everything.
Television and movies. I don't know any, definitely series where there is not one or two gay or trans or, non-binary, whatever characters, right? Every single show. And thinking about, again, your experience in real life. I mean, I have gay friends, right? But the concept that literally, like in any cast of a TV show, one in 5 is gay. And it's like that doesn't track out with American numbers. So basically what I'm saying is they're overrepresented in like the fictional universe.
Yes.
And does anybody else think
they're forcing it down your throat?
There's a lot of gays in Hollywood.
It's just.
No, I'm not going to say that. What I'm saying is
they're forcing it down. That's a good one.
There's a song called "Force It Down Your Throat" by Dorian Electron. It's exactly that where they're talking about.
I love Dorian Electron.
You really? No, you don't.
Yeah.
Well, my question.
Do you do?
No.
Oh, shut up.
My question is generally just around literally over-representation.
Sunsplash.
Like it's
there's
just
over-representation now. I don't really know enough about
Laura,
it, but
Laura is 100% correct. Where if they're
Like,
casting a TV show, they're like, okay, black, Jew, Chinese,
Yes.
white. Ooh, that's too many whites. We only have one, doesn't matter. And then we need a gay, and he can't be white, but he
and
can
it's
be like
not
an Asian girl.
necessarily reflective of like
Nothing close.
the real experience of a story that you're trying to tell.
Exactly.
Like
The
I
thing-
remember.
Yeah, go ahead. No.
Did you guys watch what is it? Why the Last Man? Did you guys watch that?
I watched like the first 5 episodes.
I watched a little bit of it, and I kept being like, I don't know what the hell I think about this show. I kept kind of like going
It
back
wasn't
and
good.
forth.
No.
I watched the whole thing, but so you have people that are featured in like, apocalyptic worlds, and they're in the middle of Kansas, and every troop has their own trans person. and everyone is talking about getting testosterone. And I'm like, I feel like if you were a post-apocalyptic banded together group in the middle of Kansas, it is not super likely that every one of your bands is going to have a trans person in it.
Oh no, that in that show, the whole, I mean, like like the title says, he's the last man, right?
Yeah.
And you're right. All of a sudden, half of the characters you saw, half of them, they all want to be dudes.
Wait, is
All
that a
the ones in the
comedy?
background. No.
No, it's not a comic. It's a hardcore, like it's based on a comic book. It's hardcore, I guess you could say drama.
Yeah.
And you're so right. That's the thing about Hollywood. Here's the thing. Men, 95% of men, okay, probably even go higher than that. I'm talking about straight men, don't have gay friends. Gay men hang out with gay men.
Older men. I was thinking about this. You older people, you people. I'm being.
Who you
ageist
calling
now.
you
What
people?
you
First of all,
people?
First of all, it's not.
You
First of
people.
all, that's just it. You are stuck in the kind of what you're fed. You're fed that there's a ton of trans people out there. Oh, everyone has
I go
10
to
gay
school.
friends.
Everyone I go to school with is either
trans?
queer and neurodivergent. Yes. Because it's Gen Z, bro. It's the
I'll
Gen
tell
Z.
you what I'm
They're
gonna
like
do.
way
I'm
more
gonna go-
open
I'm
about
gonna
this.
go
That's
to
what I'm
your
saying. As
school
an
tomorrow,
older person,
okay?
it's different for us to be
I will-
around
I
that
will
because
go-
it's
I-
not as
I-
out there, right? But
I-
everyone at Sac
I
City
will.
is
I will go to
queer
your
of some
school
sort.
tomorrow, and I will
There's-
ask
school's not in
10
session.
people, and yes, there's summer school, and 10 of them will be like, "What are you doing? Leave me alone, bro." Like,
Yeah,
As
get
is
away
the
from me, you
proper
old
X-Force.
person.
Yeah.
but then I'm gonna go up to him, going, as a non-binary person, can I ask you your binary code? And they're gonna be like, "Yeah, kicking the
Zero,
nuts."
zero, zero,
I'll
zero,
be like,
one, zero, zero,
"What?"
zero, 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 one, one, one.
Anyway, long story short, yeah, no, it's true. It's kind of, Laura's right. It's misrepresented in you can say in a positive manner, but in a also
Unrealistic manner.
unrealistic manner.
You don't
to
know
a
what's gonna
very
happen in a
strong
zombie
extent.
apocalypse. If there's no women, then someone's got to be the woman, right? Someone, if they're all straight,
Someone's
got to
be the
zombie
It might be
You're
like
right.
it
Someone's gotta
might
be the
be like
bait.
Oz.
You're trying to
like,
tell
with
me in a zombie
zombies.
apocalypse that all the zombies ate the women only?
That's what I could get where she came to that. It wasn't a zombie thing, but it kind of ends
I understand.
up
No,
like
I get it.
thing.
Yeah, no, I get it. Let's
Just
put
be
it this
more
way.
creative.
If I could tell you this, if there was a show called Stephanie the Last Woman, whatever you want to call it, first of all, two things would happen. Number one, everybody would be trying to lay Stephanie. Doesn't matter what. All dudes. All left 1 billion dudes
Even
left.
the gay ones.
And
Yes.
there would actually be now 1 million basketball teams. It's sports out the ass. Guys would be having so much fun. It'd be so different. Like,
What
and
does that even mean?
it's just like dudes wouldn't be like fighting and like, we need hormones. Like they'd be like, no, we're good. We know we can't turn into women. We're fine, right? Everybody here is good. Everybody's good. We're not going to turn into women.
But
Okay,
if there's
cool.
no
cool.
men, then why? I'm confused. But
It is kind of a confusing premise. So what you're seeing
the
are
reverse of Why the Last
biological. Yeah. Wait.
excuse me.
Basically, in why the Last Man, the women wanted to be men. Like they literally wanted to convert to, let's all take testosterone because men aren't around no more. We need to be manly. If it was the other way around, men wouldn't be like, hey, get the hormones out. They'd be like,
Some of them would.
some would.
Yeah.
Some would.
I don't think they would. I think they would just be like, I don't need to. I'm gay, or I got a butthole or whatever. I don't know. I got a hand. I got a mouth. I got a bunch of holes. It's fine. I don't need to do all that work.
You know what? You win. Okay, let's take a break here on Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back. I don't know if will we? Right after this.
Hello, Tom here from the DPA, letting you know that we've started a criminal investigation division. That's right, the DPA is here for you. You wonder how? Well, have you ever been assaulted, robbed at gunpoint, murdered, raped, scammed for every dollar you have? The DPA is here to help. Did you happen to get a dick pic of this criminal? Well, we're here to help. At the DPA, the dickpicanalysis.com group, we can find out who this criminal was, their age, their sex, their race, their religion, where they're located at this moment, and how you can lock them up.
That's right. Upload the criminal's dick pic, and we'll know where he's at with an 8% accuracy. That's right, 8% accuracy to catch this criminal. You've heard of DNA analysis and going back 30 plus years to convict someone. Well, this is all new technology. The DPA DickPicAnalysis.com group now catches criminals. Just upload your dick pic, not your own. You don't want to be guilty, but the criminals, and we'll do the rest of the work. The DPA, here for you anytime.
The DPA is not responsible for wrong convictions. We've only used this analysis on our own junks, and 3 out of 5 of us are now on parole. So clearly it works. Just not sure which way. If you've taken a picture of a criminal's junk, we are impressed. Also, 2 of us think OJ is innocent. The DPA, DickPicAnalysis.com. Not a real website. Nurse Talking Podcast. Now back to the show.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking, the podcast with Carlos, Laura, Marie, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday, new episodes of Nerds Talking, the podcast, and catch us on YouTube. Man, this episode is going to be glorious. At Nerds Talking Podcast. Laura's like, please don't.
Yeah,
Laura,
I'm withdrawing my consent.
We're going to
My release form,
we're going to
We'll
take
just
care
blur
of it
you
for you. Don't
out.
worry. We're just going to this whole thing will have a poster for the death of Slim Shady for the whole episode. So you're good. We'll just advertise that for the whole episode. Yeah.
That's fine to me.
So because Eminem is Marie's favorite rapper. So let's go about that. All right. Well, we all watched the movie, or we didn't all watch the movie. It's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. Now, by any chance, did anybody watch any of the other Planet of the Apes movie within this lineup? First one was called Rise of the Planet of the Apes. Second one was called Dawn of the Planet of the Apes. And the third one was called War of the Planet of the Apes. And this one's called Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes. So, Laura, which ones have you seen, if any?
I think all of them until this
Okay.
one. My
Gotcha.
husband has an affinity for them, so sometimes you watch
Okay.
them. The only one that I remember was the first one,
Oh, so
and
good. Yeah.
I hated it, but not
What?
not because of any flaw in the
Because of
movie
James Franco.
necessarily. No,
It's James Franco, huh?
it's the themes of like a Frankenstein-esque story are something that like I just can't handle. I have a very like visceral reaction to it. So like
Got it.
E.T., Frankenstein, like they're the monster. They don't know they're the monster, and like they have good intentions, and everything fucking falls apart. I can't handle that kind of stuff, and so I find it disturbing in a very specific me kind of way. So I don't think the movies in general. But
But
anyway,
you're friends with Lafayette. That doesn't make
Yeah.
any sense.
and so
And I mean
really
well,
don't
but nothing
like
goes right. Okay. Marie, have you seen any of these movies, the new ones?
I saw the first one once.
Got it. So you saw Rise of the Planet of the Apes. I know Carlos has seen them all. He's seen all of them. Well, since only 2 of us watched this movie, we'll talk about it, and then you guys can jump in. Laura?
How about this? If we don't know who did and didn't see the movie, let's all do our reviews, and then
Oh, wow.
let the listener decide who did or
Yes.
did not see the
All
movie.
right.
Okay.
I like it. I like it.
Okay.
We
Well,
should do that from now on.
Laura, then. Laura's the
This will
first
be like
to
Among
review.
Us.
Laura's
Yeah,
the first
exactly. Who's the
to
imposter?
review Kingdom of the Planet as the Apes as she Googles it to find out what it's about. 'Cause that's what we're seeing right now. But I still want to hear your review based.
Dick, if we're not putting this on video, then they can't.
Oh, it's
see
coming
you
out.
doing
It's
it.
coming out.
Lafayette is a hater. He's a fucking
Oh.
hater. He's gonna
No,
call you
I
out.
mean, you gotta
Fucking ruined
you gotta
it.
blindly do it. You gotta blindly think. What is your interpretation of the title alone? What happens in the movie? Anyway, we'll wait on Laura. Marie, what happened with your review? What happened in the movie of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes?
Okay, first there's an ape, and he's like he's a relative of Caesar, right? And then he meets up with an orangutan, right? And they're like at odds with another like faction of apes or whatever. And then they find this girl, some little white girl, right? And they're hanging out with her. They're bringing her somewhere. And then the other faction tries to take her from them. And then they save her from the other faction. And then all of a sudden she's like, I'm May. And then they're like, whoa, she can speak. She's smart. And then she's like, I will take you to where your family is. And then they're journeying off to where the Caesar's families is. And then they go there. They lose the orangutan on the way. And then and then they get there, they get to the bunker, and there's like weapons, and they're going over, they're like looking at all the stuff like, oh, were we like this at one point? Were we the apes, or we were the humans? We were the unsmart ones on the planet. And then I don't remember what happens after that.
Did you like the movie?
No, I don't ever like any of these movies.
And
didn't you say last week that you liked sci-fi movies?
No.
Oh,
also,
what kind of movies do you like?
Psychological thrillers.
Was that a review or a recap?
That was a synopsis.
That's what I was going to ask. I don't think we usually give a synopsis.
Yeah, we don't tell them what the
review.
movie.
No, you did. You said what was the movie
That is
about,
true.
and so then
That's
I
true.
gave
Well,
you.
that's
I
what-
told you.
She
and
basically
my
read
review-
that also.
It's your fault.
No,
Yeah,
no,
it's
I
your
watched
fault.
a 20-minute
Yeah.
synopsis.
Oh,
Right
that's
before,
right. You did tell me that you did watch something on YouTube about this movie. That's
and so I
right.
cheated, but it doesn't matter. You
Yeah.
asked me what it was about,
Cheating
and I
ass.
gave you the answer.
Laura, give me a review on Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Okay, so like all the rest of these freaking movies, I did not particularly care for it. And it's pretty basic, right? The metaphor is so thick, like you know what I mean? It's like, yeah, okay, now the apes are us and we're the apes. Oh, what if the tables are turned? Like that's pretty straightforward.
It's pretty much it. Yeah.
There's the hot chick, and and then there's more apes, and then they bang each other's chests and everything. So all in all,
I thought you were gonna
Two
say
and
the
a
apes
half.
bang the hot chick.
Two and a half out of 5.
It's
All
a
right.
movie.
Hey, it's back. All right. It's a movie. Carlos, Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Well, I'm actually surprised at the score of this movie on Rotten Tomato. It
They're
got
not
an
trustable.
80%. And of all 4 movies, this is possibly the worst of all 4 of them. It just didn't make any sense to me. I didn't understand how May was the only human at the time, before you see it at the end, who was dressed like like a regular human. Her clothes were a little tattered up, but she was dressed regularly. And then when they come across the other humans, they all look like Neanderthals. They all dress like cavemen. They all have like loincloths and whatever. But she's the only one who can speak, and the others are just ape fodder, whatever you want to call them. And the best character in the movie, Raka, he died. He got swept away in the waters. What didn't make sense to me was May knew how to control the vault. She knew how to get into the vault. She knew how to control the vault. She knew what she was looking for. There was a hard drive and a server. I mean, how do you know these things when the generations have passed where humans no longer exist?
Genetic
Generations have gone.
memory, inherent human knowledge. We're so hard coded with technology that we
Time
we
travel.
seek it out.
Well, the thing is, like, when Caesar died, it shows Caesar dying. And then you see like this wide-eyed, hopeful ape, I guess, or chimpanzee. But that's not who Noah was. Noah was the main ape. Because it says several generations later, or many generations later, that's where the movie picks up. So this is far in the future. I mean, LA is covered in greenery, shrubs, forest. Looks like a jungle. And so, but this girl still knows how to control all these things and how to get to them. That it was a boring movie. Yeah, Laura, I'm gonna have to agree with you. 2.5, 2.5.
Is it LA or San Francisco? Or it originally took place?
It started in San Francisco, but did you notice that when they left, remember when he met Raka?
Yeah.
And then and then he pointed at a painting of there's a plane, like a biplane behind these two people.
Yes, I remember that.
And then he calls them an echo. And then as they leave that city, you can see that what used to be a restaurant at the LA airport covered in grass or covered in.
Oh, you mean the center? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So
Got
that's
it.
how you know it was LA, because they were walking away. Yeah. So it started in San Francisco in part 1, but this one is now in LA.
You know, the movie's only bad because we don't need more of these movies. Like, we didn't need a 4th one.
No,
like
and they ended it with like, okay,
and now
I'm like, I don't
well,
need another
yeah.
one.
It ended now where they're going in reverse now.
Yeah, so now people
So
are
now-
gonna take back the planet, which
Exactly.
It's going to be no different than the apes having the planet because the humans will not get along. There's no law. There's going to be a power struggle. Who's in charge? It's just going to be nuts. So let the apes have the planet, man. We had our run. Good run.
Well, not just that. How do you end these movies? Because my suggestion would be like an alien attack. Like that's how you end these movies, where the apes and humans do have to band together, and then
Or
aliens just.
just Ouroboros, and it's a snake eating its tail, where the humans then become.
That's what I'm
us,
saying. It just
and then
becomes
That's
it's
what it
just,
is.
it's
It's
over
cycle
and
of
over. That's why when I watch this movie, it looks amazing. That's number one. It looks
Yeah, the effects are
fantastic. Like,
great.
the effects are amazing. The only problem is you get to the end, you're like, oh, so we're just gonna do this again? Okay. Like, do I really want to see this again? Like over and over and over. And there's more ape tribes than that. Has to be. That was just one. Where are the rest of the ape tribes that took over the world? What are those the monkeys from Asia? Guineas? No, what are they called? The long one, the
Gibbons.
long gibbons. Yeah, gibbons.
Gibbons.
What does Asia look
Guineas?
like? I call them guineas. No, guineas. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, that's what I mean. Like, is there different stories you can tell now that aren't Caesar related? Like, I don't know what's like again, is the whole world like this? Is it just America? What's the deal? This is
Well,
almost like
apparently
Mad
it was a
Max.
virus that killed all humans, right?
It was a
Turned
virus.
them into monkeys, basically. Turned them.
Made them stupid.
Yeah.
Except for the ones that were inside the vault, just like Fallout. Those ones are still smart. They can't hear you, Laura.
Let's go back to Fallout. Let's just review that instead.
Let's talk about Fallout again. Anyway, I give it a 2.5 also. It looks amazing. It's not that it's a horrible movie. It's just, why do I need it? I don't need more of this. I'm good. We can stop now. Like, you're just going to go right back to where you started. That's it. So, you guys ever see Sausage Party? That movie Sausage Party? The animated movie?
Wiener
Part two
Party.
coming out.
Oh,
Comes out today on Amazon Prime.
Oh, that's too
And I
bad.
think
Talk
I think
about
it's
things that we don't
episodic.
need.
I think it's a
Yeah.
TV show. Yeah, it's a TV
Yeah,
show.
it's
It's not a
episodic.
movie yet. But the first one was hilariously filthy. Yeah,
Is that Seth Rogen?
it is Seth
Yeah.
Rogen.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's the voice. The whole movie's literally about sex. The whole thing.
that's what. I
Anyway,
heard.
so there you go. Oh, you haven't seen it, huh? How about you tell me what it's about?
About a bunch of hot dogs wanting to get in some buns.
You're pretty close. Yeah, good call. There you go. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Anyway, so that's a review for the week. If you've seen 1-8 movie, you've seen them all. So there you go. Anything left on the board? Let's start with Marie. Anything going on with you that you want to talk about?
I just got Batman Arkham in the mail today, and I'm excited to play it.
Well, good thing 2005 still exists. Carlos, how about you? Anything left?
Arkham. Speaking of Arkham Asylum, the series was canceled. No longer going
It
forward on
was
HBO
canceled.
Max.
Because Matt Reeves is the worst writer director there is. Good call. He can't even make a script for Batman 2. And then when he was given the task for the TV show, he's like, nothing. So
Yeah, but there's already a release date, so he's got a deadline to meet.
I know there's a release date for Batman 2. You're correct. You are correct.
Yeah.
If you're, and we talked about this before, if you're a fan of Batman, August 1st on Prime Video.
Batman 2?
Did you see The Batman with Robert Pattinson? No. Interesting.
It was pretty
Okay.
good.
Don't even
I liked it.
know.
Yeah,
Oh, you
he's
know what? No,
apparently
I
in
saw
the
a
Penguin
video.
series.
He is in the Penguin series. Yeah.
There's
Right,
a
Marie?
Penguin series?
Coming out. Yes.
Oh
yes.
my.
It's called Happy Feet.
You have to. You have to watch. Well, okay. You don't have to watch the Batman because
Why are
you
you
can't
dancing,
tell.
Penguin?
No, that's not Robert Pattinson's though. That's more like
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
Yeah.
Robert Pattinson's Batman. I don't know. Did he have a certain
Stop
voice?
dancing.
I think Robert Pattinson's Batman was just like, "Hi, I'm Batman."
I don't remember.
He was always
I
really
am
polite.
vengeance.
I like how that Batman was super polite. Oh man, I'm gonna hit you now. Is that okay? What?
What
Are
are
you
your
Batman?
pronouns?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
What
before I hit
makes
you, what are your
that a clown?
pronouns?
How does that like that?
Anyway, so the Batman 2 does have a date. I think it's 2026, I think.
October
Yeah, so
Wait.
still far,
2026.
far away. And
Yeah.
the new Superman movie's currently filming right now in Cleveland, Ohio. And it's looking pretty good so far, from what I've seen. So
I'm
how
not a
about
fan
Laura?
of the costumes, man. I'm not a fan of the outfits.
So the bad guys actually work for Maxwell Lord, and they're all wearing Maxwell Lord outfits at the moment. So there's something
Because they all look
behind
like they
that.
shop at the same store. I'll take that jacket and those
No, that's why,
pants
because
and that color. It's dumb.
they all work for Maxwell Lord. And if you know in the comics, Maxwell Lord, who was the villain in Wonder Woman
In
84,
Wonder Woman 84, yeah.
he can control people. So in the comics, he creates his own Justice League type of group with Green Lantern and da 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 da. And if you look at all their outfits, they're all similar and they all have his logo. So there's something to it in the movie. We don't know yet. Laura, how about you? Anything?
Anything to add? Yeah. This week's episode of Impolite Society, I'm gonna give you the topic of what it's about.
Hell
And
yeah.
then I want you guys to ask any questions about this as you want, because
Go
I did
ahead.
a lot of research on this. So the episode is
Yes, I'll be on
about
your show.
anal
Well, that was quick. She's not even
anal
asking you.
bleaching.
Oh,
What is
anal
it?
bleaching. The
Anal
topic is
bleaching.
anal
Oh, what are the
bleaching.
pronouns?
Yeah.
Patrick Starfish and
Patrick Starfish.
Balloon Nut.
Balloon
The
Nut.
backstage.
Balloon nut.
BS.
You know, I don't it's weird. It's very awkward.
He doesn't even, Carl Lafayette doesn't even know what that means.
I do know what it means, but it's
No,
almost
you don't
like
know what that is.
it never like comes
What's the
across my
purpose?
mind.
What's the
Yeah,
purpose
what is the
unless
purpose?
it's
Exactly.
for the adult film industry?
It's
What is the
racist.
purpose?
Wait, time
How's it
out.
oh my god.
No, Marie has to finish his thought before we move on.
No, I don't disagree with her, actually.
No, I want to hear it.
It is. It's because of like, is anyone who's not white gonna bleach their asshole?
Are they gonna have a pink asshole as like the quote standard is,
Like the
Well,
Hugh
here's
Hefner
the
girls.
problem. The bleaching company is just leaving money on the table because they're not making these other colors. You know what I'm saying? Because
No, I know.
apparently the other
true,
people don't
true.
have to bleach their assholes. Because
True.
what for? What? There's no need. I'm not pale enough to need a bleaching of my asshole.
Let me ask you a question based on your episode of Impolite Society, where you can get your podcast anywhere you find our show. I guess my question is it a status thing as well in some regard in that community that does it, or
that was, I would say, some of the things that we discussed about.
okay?
It's not necessarily status, but it is like a weird way to try
A
to
flex?
Yeah. Yes.
You know what? And you know what?
You flexing my butthole at you?
You know, we don't want to give too much away because Impolite Society, they really dig deep into
Ooh. Into that
analyzing.
booty hole?
They
Analyzing.
dig deep
I
into
love it.
analyzing.
Analyzing.
They do a lot of research. But my question is, like I said, don't give away too much. But what is the main purpose?
Cosmetics.
Would you say?
100%.
That's it. It's pretty
cosmetic.
much just a
That is
cosmetic
Okay, but
thing.
literally it.
What percentage outside of the adult industry actually does it?
I could not find stats on it, but
5% of young adults.
not according to the Pew Research Center.
Star Wars Research Center.
What percent they did? I could not find stats on it, but it is not super popular. Like, I was unable to find a provider within like 200 miles publicly offering
A
this
provider of the okay.
The
Yeah,
service. Get it in the
service.
back alley.
Yeah.
You know what, though?
I'm serving bleached
So
assholes. 50
I would
bucks.
say if there's not
Does it solve COVID? Does it cure COVID? Bleached assholes.
Yeah, because it gets into your system. It leaks some of it leaks into
Yeah.
your system.
isn't that something that Trump told us to do?
It is. Yeah, we should bleach. We
Now
should
we
bleach.
know where he got it from now.
Yeah.
Is
You know,
bleached
it's-
asshole.
You know, I
Stormy
went
Daniels
Stormy
bleach your
Daniels.
asshole.
when I went to Target
Probably.
and I went to the aisle, where they sell all the detergent, and I asked the guy at Target, which of these bleaches is good for my asshole? And all he said was, "Well, sir, what's your pronouns?" I was like, "Damn it, he knows." He knows.
Does Ulta carry it? Does Ulta?
I
This is
looked.
a cream. It's a cream, right? It's not
Yes.
liquid. It's a cream.
No, it is. It's a cream. And I looked for the purposes of the podcast. Ulta does not sell any intimate bleaching.
Wait, I kind of
pits.
want to know what the process is.
But you can get it on Amazon. Well, I guess you'll just have to listen.
You're gonna
to
have to listen to
episode.
Impolite Society, where you
What?
can
Okay.
find your podcast.
Could you do this? Okay, in the Korean beauty industry, they sell whitening cream because they are colorist, right? Like, oh, don't have dark skin because that means you're a laborer. So they sell whitening cream. Could you put that on your ass?
We don't directly address
know.
that, but we do address the fact that if they are sneaky, not so ethical companies, sometimes they put lead in.
Hey, nobody wants a heavy.
Yeah,
asshole.
like sign me up. I want to do that. That sounds great.
Lead? You want lead in your ass?
No.
Wait, no, is it lead or is it?
Yeah, you're probably right. It's probably lead.
It's arsenic. Arsenic. I'm sorry.
arsenic.
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 That booty hole
Wow.
on fire. Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because those lightning
just called
creams,
hemorrhoids.
Sometimes that's what they contain. So buyer beware.
Fire
Wow.
beware.
Well, there you go.
That'd be a good idea, though. Why doesn't Tux sell this product?
Who?
Because they have
Chucks.
too much pride. That's why.
Anal bleach cream, advanced formula with coic acid, arbutin, and vitamin C, intimate areas and body. 60 milliliters for $19.98 on Amazon.
No, I'd
Amazon.
buy it, but
They
how much
are
vitamin
there.
C does it have?
What's that?
I'd buy it, but how much vitamin C does it have?
Oh, you gonna put it on when you get sick?
I know.
What are you doing in the bathroom, Lafayette? Oh, doctor said I need vitamin C. I'm bleaching my asshole.
That's right.
Leave me alone.
Go to
Go
the
get
doctor.
the thermometer. I need to check
Exactly.
my temperature.
So you might have COVID. Buy some anal bleach. Excuse me. Yeah. Yeah.
President told me
Hit it.
to.
So check it out on anywhere you can get your podcast. It's called Impolite Society. If you didn't know, Laura's on that show, and she double dips. She cheats on us. She does things behind our back,
Moonlighting.
just like how I anal bleach.
No, I moonlight here.
She does moonlight
Not the
here.
other way
honestly. Yeah,
around.
that's- exactly. It's more like the other way around. All right, fantastic. There you go. This might be our I would say probably one of our better episodes. We had so much fun. We had so much fun. Anyway, I think that's all we got. Anybody else before we go? Anybody? Everybody good? Looks like everybody's good.
I'll
All right,
see you
everybody.
at Sunsplash
See
tonight.
you at Sunsplash.
Oh,
And
night,
it's night
slide.
splash. It's called Night Slide. I thought it was
Night
called Night
Slide.
Splash.
Night
Night Splash
Night
is a
Slide.
better
It's
name.
from 5 to 10.
I only go at night
Oh.
because I don't take my shirt off during the day.
Ah, okay.
You
Wait,
don't have
they
to take your
lights,
shirt off during
though.
the day.
That's true.
No,
Good call.
I need my vitamin D.
Ah,
In,
yeah.
They put that
in the
anal
dark?
cream?
In the dark? You're going to get your vitamin D in the dark?
Yeah, I absorb moonlight. It's the reflection of the
Probably-
sun. It's
It
the
is a
reflection of the
reflection
sun.
of the sun. I wonder
Yeah.
what is the UV emissions of the sun?
We
the
just started
moon.
a whole new show.
Now we're I'm done. I thought we were done. What are you doing? Stop adding science to this shit. You ever heard of global
Science,
warming?
bitch.
God damn it. Yeah. Anyway, that's our show, everyone. We're going to leave once Laura tells us the answer. That's when we're going to head out. Laura, what do you got? Anything? Your brain's still calculating.
I mean, there is some, but not much.
All right. Well, there you go. That's a good answer.
Yeah,
Good answer.
not. Yeah, sorry.
Am I
Incomplete.
getting
but
a
good
moon
enough.
tan? Moon
Not getting a
burn?
moon tan. All right. Thanks for tuning in to our show, Nerds Talking the Podcast. We really do appreciate your time. For Marie,
Bye.
for Laura,
Goodbye.
for Carlos,
Bye-bye.
and I'm Lafayette. Remember, The Death of Slim Shady by Eminem comes out today. And when you get a chance, bleach your asshole. Catch you next week.